Mediocrity is a drug in that it is addictive, just like sugar or coffee or weed. Whew, hot takes out the gate. Once we understand why it's a drug, then maybe we can understand how to escape its grasp, the grasp of mediocrity. I think it's easy to understand it as a drug when you understand that any habit can become addictive, whether that's being in the gym or it's sitting down and smoking a cigar on your back porch at the end of the day. Any habit that brings us some sort of relief is ultimately addictive and can therefore be described as a drug. Now, if being mediocre, meaning the poor habits that you are doing, feels good, then to your brain, that is a drug and you can become addicted to it. Now, there's good news for you. If you're in a state where you're waking up and you're snoozing the alarm, why are you snoozing it? Because it feels good. The pain of getting up and going to face the world and reliving the same day over and over again is a lot greater than the pain of being disappointed in yourself for hitting the snooze button again. And so in order to break these cycles, we have to get our brain used to being under our control. Because for so long, we get caught up in these habits where we will allow our mind's excuses to ultimately determine what our body does. There's two voices in your head. There's the voice that's always going. This is the voice that can tear you down or build you up. But then the second voice is actually your consciousness. It's you listening to that voice. You realizing that that voice isn't actually you. You're just the one witnessing the voice and listening to the voice. And the reason I say that is because you have to understand that you aren't your thoughts if you are ever going to have any sort of power over those thoughts. So what does this all come down to? This comes down to implementing things that you dislike because you understand the long-term reward. I was really against cold showers because I thought they were super overhyped. But I realized by taking these cold showers and subjecting my body to pain when my brain wanted nothing to do with it, was actually building the muscle and helping me get out of this addiction to mediocrity. So where do we go from here? I want you to write down your habits of mediocrity. Maybe it's vaping. Maybe it's getting on your phone as soon as you wake up. Maybe it's doom scrolling in your bed before you go to bed, right? All of these poor habits are adding to your addiction to mediocrity. You're never just sitting on the fence doing a task that has no effect on who you are. Every single task that you do has some sort of effect on who you are. You either are getting closer to mediocrity or you're getting closer to the best version of yourself. So write down the habits that you aren't proud of. Write down in a separate list the habits that you are proud of. And then write down the habits that you are striving to achieve. And just take one. Just take on one. Similar to Atomic Habits, when you just go to the parking lot of the gym and you sit there for 5 minutes and then you drive home. Because you have to break the cycle. And a lot of times we can't just dive into the deep end if we don't learn how to swim first. So that's my call to action for you guys today. Write out a list. Trust me, if nothing changes, then you won't change. So take 2 minutes, write a list out of the person that you actually want to become and the person that you are now. And come back to this video a month from now, 2 months from now, comment and help build each other up. This is ultimately for you. So as far as you will take this is exactly what you're going to get out of it. And as always, you can shoot me a message over on Instagram at Ben Bjornstead. We'll have a conversation about who you are and where you're trying to go. Much love.